Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Xenosaga Episode 3. Let's go view the data section. And it asks to load up the game because all the stuff that you can view here is based on what you had in what you've accessed so far. So, like a character that you haven't encountered yet, or a machine or an enemy that you haven't encountered yet would not be available. Memory code is, you'll need Xenosaga Episode 3, Disc 1. So this plays all of the scenes. Let's see if I can find something that might have, Disc 2, that's Disc 1. Alright, that's kind of amazing. This is Disc 1. Chapters 1 through 7. Disc 2, Chapter 8. Alright, where do we have people with swimsuits? Oh, that'll do. Swimsuit Mode. So we'll take a look at Swimsuit Mode. This is what it looks like.
So, you finally made it. The powers I gave.
So I'm going to skip through the
Your father is trying. You should be grateful.
the text
Oh,
of the conversations. Did I turn down the volume, actually?
I'm impressed.
Oh, I did.
You have
Good.
the nerve.
Turn the volume up for the ending sequence, and I couldn't.
Are you
Wasn't sure if I turned it back down.
Is your consciousness still there?
So yeah, this is Swimsuit Mode. You could play through the entire. You could literally play through the entire game with all the characters in their outfits. Let's see if I can find a pre-rendered thing. Because I think it works even on... Well, it's not technically pre-rendered. That's the thing, is that... They're still done... Alright, this should do it. Oh, nope. We do not have swimsuit mode for that. It's only for these. I thought it was for these. Well, that I can. Alright. Ah, I see. Okay, so... The colors are... these are pre-rendered. This is normal in-game rendering. This is... it's on the fly, but with effects. So... Let's see if we can see something else. Alright, this should look really, really, really silly.
It's over, Eric.
I was expecting it to look silly. I wasn't expecting it to look that silly. I'll admit, if they ever do come out with a HD remake, I would be seriously tempted to play through the entire game just so that I could get swimsuit mode and play it that way. Because I'm terrible like that.
No, Captain, stop!
Oh, that's just wrong. Okay, so, we've got in the character viewer, these, this just is a summary of episode 1, 2. Basically the same stuff in the database, with some stills. This is, of course, like I was saying, all of the FMV scenes and stuff like that. So, we've got characters, machines, and enemies. We'll start with the characters. Eisen Magus. Normal. Doesn't say it in here. We've got Abel. You can rotate, zoom in, zoom out. You can't go all the way down, so for most characters you cannot get upskirts for those who dearly love those, and you guys are just gross. Let's see. We've got Albedo as Testament, Alan Ridgely 2 in his... you know what? That doesn't get unlocked. In his scientist outfit. Let's see. Ah, yes. UTIC Organization Researcher Uniform. Why do I not have the swimsuit? Huh. You know what? Hold on a second. Alright, what I did was I went back in, loaded up the clear data, and then made a new save. Because now you see that, so this is the game cleared. This is saving again with the cleared data. And that should have those things unlocked. Alright. So characters. Yes, Alan Ridgely 3, swimsuit. Ah, look at that sexy, sexy swimsuit. So we've got Wilhelm, Voyager. I kind of wish that you could change the background here, because that black background really makes it difficult to see some of the stuff. I'll be honest, and that is just creepy. Blue Testament, Red Testament, Black Testament, White Testament, Gaiden Kukai 2 in the in Yuriev's outfit. Yuriev Forces, normal, yep. We've got Kanan, normal. Chaos, normal. Chaos 2, flawless. And swimsuit. And that is an absolutely horrible, horrible swimsuit. I mean, what the hell is that on his torso? Perfect ideal. Interesting. Different translation than flawless. Kevin Winnicott, Vector Uniform, UTIC Organization Researcher Uniform, Testament without hood, Combat Form, and as a youth. Yeah, that's a thing. See if we can zoom in on that helmet he has. I wonder if that feels kind of referencey. Maybe not. And the torso armor kind of reminds me of Emperor Cain, but I don't know, that could be nothing. And then Child Kevin. KOS-MOS version 3. Let's see. Well, let's see. We've got version 3 tertiary weapon system, version 3 blue-eyed KOS-MOS, version 4 blue-eyed KOS-MOS 2, combat simulation chassis, and swimsuit. Now, one thing that I like about this is that you go into this, and it's like, oh, that's a thing, and then whoop! There's some giant wings you're hiding there. KOS-MOS 3 with blue eyes. KOS-MOS 4. And KOS-MOS 4 with blue eyes. And this is KOS-MOS version 1 in this game. Which I think are cheek things kind of come down a little bit farther than they did originally. Maybe it's just me. And swimsuit. All right, you have to use the D-pad, and it's not very sensitive to zoom. I find the inclusion of the hair ornaments kind of funny. That is also a very strange swimsuit. I will say that. It's very, very odd. Shelley Godwin, Shion Uzuki in. Let's see. So we've got the sneaking outfit, personal outfit, in her youth, vector uniform, UTIC organization researcher, and swimsuit. Huh. I don't think it has the white shirt. It does not. Weird. Ziggy and Ziggy in the swimsuit. That is just terrible. Also, you notice that his legs grew back, and his arms, his hands, everything metal. How does that work? Citrine, we've got Junior in a swimsuit, which is just silly. Jin Uzuki in his army uniform, and swimsuit, which is so much better than the last game. Suo Uzuki, Scott Sellers, without his chair. Sergius the 17th. Dmitry Yuriev 2 in Guinan Kukai's outfit. Telos. Alright, seriously, Telos, you don't need 2 microphones there. You know, you're wearing this headset perfect for Let's Playing, and you got 2 microphones. That's just silly. You don't need 2 microphones. I really liked how Bridget Hoffman did both of KOS-MOS and Telos. Did a really good job with Telos. What is that hanging from your hair? It's just a glowy light. Tony, Negretto, Nephilim, Professor, Hammer, Fibronia, Helmer, Pellegri 2, Pellegri 3, let's see. So we got Inquisitor uniform, Federation military uniform, and battle form. Margulis in his Inquisitor uniform, Margulis in his Federation military uniform. I feel like you customized your military uniform some. My Magus, and My Magus 2 with her weapon. Battle form. Whoa. Oops. Did not mean to jump out of there. So you can definitely see, you know, the hair is a bit more subdued than Maria's in Xenogears. But, I mean, the outfit is entirely the almost the same thing. Slight differences, but the goggles are a little bit more high-tech. I'll grant you that. Matthews, Mary. Get on. Don't move so much. Ah. There we go. That's close enough. You know, I don't think they had stud earrings 2,000 years ago. Just saying. Also, Blue Eyes, not exactly known for that area. Miyuki Itsumi in her sneaking suit, and Miyuki Itsumi in her vector uniform. Yay, Miyuki. Mary Godwin. Momo in her swimsuit, which includes the hair ornaments from the first game. Actually, I think Yeah, her whole hair is the same as in the first game, which I think is a nice touch. Yukihira Togashi, Yuli Mizrahi, Joachim Mizrahi, Louis Virgil 2 in his army uniform. Let's actually jump back out so we can see. So, Testament, Federation military uniform, Testament without hood, injured, and battle form. That is a really creepy thing. Rubido, Roth Mantel, and back to Eisen Magus. Apparently, the database did mention that Roth Mantel is the Red Testament, and then of course the Red Testament mentions that it's Kevin. But I don't think. I mean, I could have sworn that there was a point where Roth Mantel revealed to Shion that he was either Kevin or the Red Testament, and I must have just made that up in my mind. Memories can be weird that way. All right, machines. So, Asher Episode 2, Asher Episode 3. It got bigger shoulder pads and a more subdued color. It's not quite so purple. It's a bit more dark blue with a subdued purple, I guess. ES Issachar, which I do feel is kind of a reference to Crescens. ES Gad, not really a reference to anything. ES Simeon, yes, there's the Simeon's arms, which we never got to fight this Simeon. Yeah, I mean, and I kind of wonder if that's one of the things that got cut out of the game, was a battle with this Simeon. I don't know. Yes, Zebulon. I got a question whether Mary was piloting Zebulon in the first game when, because she was in a pink eggs. And no, that's not Zebulon. It's just a vector. Vector eggs. So it's a lot smaller than this. Probably only like knee high or something like that. But this is a vector design, so it's not surprising that it would be somewhat similar. Although I think Mary's eggs was really, really beefy, whereas this one is very lithe. It's very, it's very much in the proportions of a young girl. Yes, Dan, which is just a giant turtle thing. Again, this is one of the reasons, I mean, it would be so much easier to see this with, like, a light gray background or something. It's, doesn't even have any arms or anything. ES Dina, which is, of course, a somewhat homage to Xenogears itself. ES Naphtali, with its Buster Launcher! I love saying that. ES Judah, which, again, never actually got to fight. You can tell the vector machines because of their heads. Like that. They've got the triangular heads. Yes, Joseph. These are, of course, the round heads are Hyams. Yes, Ryuben. Yes, Levi. Song device. It amuses me that we get this song device as a model that we can look at here. Jin's aims. I can't remember who manufactures these. I mean, they're primary Federation suits. They might be Hyams. I can't remember. I like the AG series. Doctus's aims. It is a very strange head. Really doesn't resemble anyone else's stuff. A little bit high-aims. S Division Guard aims. I like the look of this one. It's very, very sleek. The Elsa 2. I don't think we get to see the Elsa 1 in this model viewer. Erde Kaiser. What would you say is the head? Is this animal head on its chest? I'm not really sure. Of course, the original Erde Kaiser was both completely different and a reference to the G elements. Erde Kaiser Fury. I feel like this is more of an homage to some of the super robots of the 90s. To a certain extent, so is this. But this is very, like... Alright, this is going to be kind of weird, but the torso, and especially the upper legs, that's very, very Kunio Okawara to me. And Erde Kaiser Sigma, which... like, other than the sword, is flat out the G elements. It is in almost every single way. I'm actually pulling up the my scan of Perfect Works right now. Let's see, where are you, G elements? There you are. So, like, even down to the legs here, you've got the same the white thing right around the ankle, the white part, split in the middle, just like on the G elements. You got these two little projections off the sides of the feet, exactly like the G elements. The lion torso, exactly like the G elements. Now, the face, I think, is going to be a little bit different. Yeah, I mean, this is clearly a more human face, whereas I think the G elements had a mono eye. But the point is that it is in so many ways the G elements. It's kind of great. The shoulder armor is substantially different. I kind of wish that they had made it transform, though. I think that would have been great. But, you know, what are you going to do? And Omega Id, of course. Weltall Id, reference to Weltall Id. Much more its own thing while still being a reference, though. Omega Universitas, reference to Weltall itself. Omega Metempsychosis. Okay, so this is a reference to the final boss of Xenogears, Deus itself. You can see that even in the shapes of these fins and the designs. Now, of course, I can't easily zoom in on these. Let's see if I can get a better view. Alright, so it's the color scheme and the positioning of the stuff. This is more so than the actual, like, you know, it's not perfectly Vierge here, but it is clearly intended to be a reference to Vierge. And on the other hand, we've got... it's a little bit difficult to see this in the battle, and again, the background is kind of making this a little bit difficult to see. But it's Weltall here. Standard Weltall, it's very lithe, it's not Weltall 2. It's not very bulky. Again, it's a reference rather than, you know, it being Weltall 2 perfectly. But the point is that the two little angel things on Deus became Weltall and Virge. And this is, of course, Deus. Although its legs aren't crossed and everything like that. Omega Res Novae. Not in reference as far as I know to anything. Although, I mean, to me it really, really strikes me as a Hyams suit. But, I don't know. Omega Res Novae post-transformation. You can see on that side the blue, and on that side the red, which became the, Virge and Weltall. Now, this to me brings to mind a little bit of Opiumorph, especially in the arms. Obviously not in the lower torso. A bit of Xenogears itself. I'm trying to think if there was anything else that I thought it looked like. Obviously a little bit of Deus too, but now we've got an Ormus Carrier, Ormus Escort. How do these things just hover there? I don't get it. Ormus Cruiser, Ormus Gunship. No idea where the weapon ports are on that. Ormus Warship. That is enormous. Carrier type Gnosis. It's a giant space whale. Cruiser type Gnosis. Look at it wiggle. Look at it wiggle. Bomber type Gnosis. The Damarung. You don't really get a feel for the size on this thing. I guess you kind of can there. I mean, if you assume that, like, each of those lines is, essentially a level. That is pretty big. Might even be more than a level. But yeah, it is an enormous ship. It's basically a flying space colony. The part where the Elsa was flying out from inside of a hangar type thing, that was inside the Damarung. So, tactical assault ship Merkaba. Still doesn't look like it's finished, but what do I know? Second Miltia Carrier. Second Miltian Escort. Again, this is another one of those situations where the background is not helping you see the things. Kind of like the bridge, though. Second Miltian Cruiser. It's totally the Nergal. Second Miltian Gunship. Those are some pretty big guns. Mobile Dina Interface, a.k.a. KOS-MOS's Monobike. Zarathustra. Let's see, so this part right there is from Voyagers. Then you got a little bit of Issachar there. Of course, those bits above it are from Zebulon. That leg, I'm not sure what the legs are. Well, the legs are from the Hyams suits. So I'm not sure which one's offhand. And of course, you've got Asher's arm and Simeon's arm and Dina's head. Oh, and you know what? I never actually really realized it, but yes, you can see Abel there in the center. I did not realize that during the battle. Boy, I hope he didn't hurt you there, Abel. The Durandal. Pre-destruction. Dark Erde Kaiser. Proto-Omega. Joshua. Interesting that it says RIP on it. Loophole! Yay, seeps in. Oh, you're actually gonna do something? Neat. Wasn't expecting it to actually do some poses. Federation carrier. Federation escort. Federation cruiser. Federation gunship. And we're back to Asher Episode 2. And we've got the enemies. Iacos. Epic? I don't know. Epic. Azazel. Ashmed Bapuz. Bastard, one of the ones that killed Jin. Blame you for this. At least he got you in the end. Asterion. 27 series Asura. And again, I mean, we saw these in Xenosaga Episode 1. So they planned that out. Anathema. Anathema Officer. Aludra Calf. Armoros. You were also one of the ones that killed Jin, bastard. E2 Hauser. AG01. Yeah, I'm completely forgetting who built the AG series. I mean, they're standard Federation suits. AG02, I love the AG02. I love this. I think it's... I mean, I love that backpack. That is just a great, great backpack. AG03, not a big fan of this one. It feels very oddly proportioned. 78 Grizzly 1, Grizzly 2, Kasfagina, Carnicos 1, Carnicos 2, Crustata, Gremlin, Sarah 6F, Sarah 7F, Goblin, Sigdrifa, or Sigurdrifa, I guess it would be, Svarozik, probably mispronouncing that, Stole Arma. I like this one too. It reminds me of a bit of the... which one was it? It was the non-GM GM that was in Turn A Gundam. I can't remember what it was called. Stole Marine. What was that? Stole Arma. That's right. Strabog. Sereninine, which is just gross. Combat Realian A, Combat Realian B, Zolfo RS, Zolfo RG. I guess RS means something sword, and RG means something gun. T-190 Dens, T-183 Oculus. Again, the background is making it difficult to see exactly what it looks like. Domo Alpha. Oh, I wish we could see it transform. Domo Beta. Daeon. Natus Glacies. So here we've got Fenrir, the color, sword pose. You've got these triangular shoulder plates, triangular hip plates. It is Fenrir, and of course the spikes coming off the head. It's Fenrir. Natus Tellus, again, and I mean each of these are based off of the Omni-Gear forms. So this is of course the L-Steer, the Omni-Gear form of Steer. Now his whole arm I don't think is a claw. Let's see if I can actually see it. I think there was like a hand. It's kind of hard to tell, especially with the background. But I think the shield is what turned into the claw attack. But, I mean, that head projection is really telling, as well as these wings on the back. And, of course, the color. Natus Flamma. The wings on the back, the tall head, and if we get in close, let's see, where are the holes for the whips? This is, of course, Andvari. You can kind of see it there on the left. There's a cylinder right on the wrist. That's where the whips come out. So, yes, this is Andvari. And Natus Lumen. One of the bigger changes, simply because Renmazuo had essentially pistols and stuff, whereas this has integrated beam arms. But yes, it is Renmazuo. You can tell, especially because of that projection off the hat. The tall head, the projection. Doesn't have a cape, which I think it probably should have. And, of course, the color. It's all dead giveaways that it's Renmazuo. Byproduct A156, byproduct A283, PSSP, PSSB, PSSC, PSSA, hate you guys from the last game, PSSF, VRA 3500. I like this one. This is an Ames, I think. VRA 2100. VX 7000. Of course, we had this as a. I think the. I don't think Junior was piloting this. I think his soldier friend was piloting this back in Xenosaga 1. I'd have to go back and take a look. VX 9000. I think Junior might have been. It's either that or Junior was piloting this, and the soldier, the nameless soldier, was piloting this. One or the other. It's a VX 9000, no? VMP Elf, VMP Sex, VMP Eins. VGS. VGS Zwei. Perrin. Marantha. Manticore. I hate these guys. Mercurio GS. Mercurio GM. I guess GS for sword and GM for machine gun. Yakud Cannon. This is definitely an Ormus design. It's a pretty neat looking thing, though. Standard URTV. Utic Soldier A, Utic Soldier B, Yuriev Soldier A, Yuriev Soldier B. Leviat. Leviat Officer, which of course we had these in the last game too. Federation Soldier A, Federation Soldier B, and we're back to Iacos. And that is the enemies. So, I really do like looking through the machines and the enemies for the Natus series. I love those guys. Those are great designs. The machines, of course, I really like Metempsychosis. It's a good name, too. Omega Metempsychosis. And, of course, it's nice to revisit some of the characters. But that is the data viewer. I think I might have one remaining bonus episode where I run through the final bosses, just the final bosses, and obliterate them all with Erde Kaiser Sigma. Just to show you how amazing Erde Kaiser Sigma is. Because I could have obliterated... I'm pretty sure I could have obliterated them all with Erde Kaiser Sigma. Each and every one of them. Which, I mean, it's kind of nice that you got that back after Episode 1. Episode 2 didn't have anything like that at all. Yeah. So, anyway, I'll see you in that last episode. This one might go up before the database reading. It might go up afterwards. I haven't decided yet. But you'll know when they go live. See you next time, everyone.